Hi there, my name's Bruce Rain from Brankus Creations, and in this video I'll be reviewing this Vevor 30 litre ultrasonic cleaner. If you're not sure what an ultrasonic cleaner is or how it works, I encourage you to check out the beginning of my DIY ultrasonic cleaner video. I go over all of the fundamentals. Ultrasonic cleaners can be used to clean a wide variety of items, but the one fundamentally important thing is that they only work if the item you are cleaning is submerged in the liquid. For that reason, it's important to buy a cleaner large enough for what you want to clean. So a 30 litre cleaner like this is designed for people who have pretty large items to clean. If you're only cleaning small items, this will do the trick, but it will be a terrible waste of electricity. So when you're buying an ultrasonic cleaner, you want to make sure it's physically large enough for what you want to clean, that it's powerful enough, is a suitable frequency for the items you want to clean, has a heater with thermostatic control, a countdown timer, and easy drainage for replacing the liquid. If you're looking for a cleaner, you will find lots of them out there on eBay, but some don't even have brand names on them. This Vevor cleaner not only has a brand name, but it's a brand name I trust based on the brilliant performance and longevity of the Vevor 10 litre cleaner I bought back in 2016. It gets used almost every day and has never let me down. This cleaner uses 40 kHz sound waves. This is pretty standard for most all-purpose cleaners. Generally, a lower frequency is used for cleaning more robust items and a higher frequency for cleaning more delicate items. These 40 kHz cleaners are a nice balance of cleaning power without being too harsh. I use my ultrasonic cleaners predominantly for cleaning electronics, and I've found 40 kHz is perfect for that. One more thing in case you weren't aware. Running an ultrasonic cleaner with no liquid or with not enough liquid will damage it, so you can't just buy a large cleaner and half fill it. So let's take a look at what was included in the box. Got our instruction manual, got a hose, I assume, for attaching for drainage. We've got a little tea strainer in case we want to make a cup of tea. No, seriously, that's for ultrasonicking really small items. I've got a power cable, a nice big mesh basket with little rubber feet on the bottom, and then the cleaner itself. Well, one thing is for sure, it is a big sucker. It has got 600 watts of cleaning power, 500 watts of heating power. We've got a little drainage tap on the side here. We've got our temperature settings here, and we've got our timer setting here. One of the first things I would like to do is open it up and have a little sneak peek inside. So let's have a look at that now. Okay, so we have got a grand total of 10 ultrasonic transducers on the bottom of the tank for 600 watts of cleaning. That means they are each 60 watt transducers, and they are being driven by these ultrasonic drivers down here. So this one here is driving 3 transducers. This one here is also driving 3 transducers. This one on the bottom is only driving 2. And this one here is also driving 2 transducers, but it's also got all of the timer and everything there. You can see there's the little relays there for switching things off and on. So that board's a little bit bigger because it's an ultrasonic driver, as well as all of the controllers for the timer and the heater. And then we've got a little fan there, and that little fan is always on. The moment you switch the power on, you can hear that fan coming on. Now this is a 30 litre ultrasonic cleaner, but I happen to know that that capacity is based on filling it right to the very top here, which is impractical. In particular, if you're lowering something in with some volume, you're going to end up with water overflowing because of that whole Archimedes thing. So it's actually more practical to fill them up to like this line here. And what I'm going to do is I'm now going to fill it up. I'm going to measure how much water I'm putting in, and I'm going to see exactly how much water we can get into this tank up to this fill line. I use my ultrasonic cleaners predominantly for cleaning motherboards, printed circuit boards, and say a medium-sized one like this, it actually goes into this really well. Plenty of room, so that's actually a really good one for this size cleaner. Now this is probably about the biggest board I would ever work with, and even this one goes in to below that fill line. So this is actually a really good sized ultrasonic cleaner for my purposes. So that's absolutely fantastic. The inside of the tank is about 20 centimeters high right to the top, or about 18 centimeters to the fill line. It's about 49 centimeters wide and 29 centimeters deep. The cleaner's controls are really straightforward and really intuitive. To change the temperature, just up or down. To switch the heater on or off. In terms of the cleaning, just set the time with a plus or minus, and then on-off button to switch the ultrasonic cleaner on or off. Doesn't get much simpler than that. I've marked out a line on this jug for exactly 1 litre. So I'm going to fill this tank up 1 litre at a time to find out exactly how much it holds up to this fill line here. Four, 5, 6. I don't usually use tap water to fill my ultrasonic cleaner as it contains some corrosive elements, but it'll be fine for the test I'm doing today. Now that is 24 litres of water there, and I would think even if we were to fill this to the very top, we wouldn't be getting a full 30 litre capacity. I'd say it's probably more likely around about 26 or 27 litres. Now with 24 litres of water in there, running with 600 watts of cleaning power, that works out at around about 25 watts per litre, and that's optimum for cleaning with these sorts of ultrasonic cleaners. Now the thermometer on the front here is saying that the water is about 24 degrees Celsius, and I've got my own little thermometer in here, it's saying about 25, so they're pretty close together. I'm now going to turn on the heater, and we are going to see how long it takes to get this up to 45 degrees Celsius, which is the temp I like to use for cleaning. I can see from my trusty little power meter here that it is using around about 480 watts, which is pretty close to the 500 watts specified. So that was just over an hour and a half to heat the water from 24 degrees Celsius up to 45 degrees Celsius. We have reached our magic figure of 45 degrees Celsius, but you can see that the thermometer of the ultrasonic cleaner is actually displaying 42 degrees Celsius. And this doesn't surprise me because my other cleaner is the same. It usually reads a little lower than the actual temperature inside, but I consider this a pretty minor thing. You can always just make your adjustments a little bit lower on the controls. The easiest way to test if an ultrasonic cleaner is working is to grab a piece of foil, drop it in the cleaner and run it for a few minutes. The cavitation will create small pits and holes in the foil if everything is working correctly. This foil has been in the cleaner for 3 minutes, and as you can see, it's been shredded. So there's no doubt that this cleaner is working well. While it was running, it was using about 530 watts, a little under the specified 600. It's not uncommon to see that power consumption go up and down based on how much liquid is in the tank and how hot the transducers are. When the heater and cleaner are operating simultaneously, consumption is around 910 watts. One of the things I often see in ultrasonic cleaner review videos is someone taking a rusty old pair of pliers, then doing a before and after cleaning comparison. It's important to understand that an ultrasonic is not a replacement for sandblasting or a wire brush. If you've got some serious corrosion, you're not going to make any real difference to that with an ultrasonic cleaner. Certainly not without some serious chemical assistance. Where ultrasonic cleaners really excel is in cleaning hard to get at places. That's why they are often used for jewellery and why I use them for cleaning electronics. Because the cavitation process occurs wherever the liquid is, so it can clean under components and between the legs of the chips without any scrubbing. So rather than test this cleaner with a rusty old hammer, I'm going to do something a little different. Here is an old computer motherboard. It's very old and dirty. But that's not enough. I'm in Australia, so I've decided to add a magic ingredient: Vegemite. Let's see if the ultrasonic cleaner can get all of this tasty stuff off the board. So here is the board, covered in Vegemite. I've got the cleaner heated up to 45 degrees C, and I've added some detergent to help break down the muck. I'll run it for 30 minutes in the cleaner, then I'll flip the board over, run for another 30 minutes, and then we'll see how well it did. And here is the board after ultrasonic cleaning. As you can see, not a single trace of Vegemite remains. Well, there's little doubt that this ultrasonic cleaner cleans well. The tank is nice and big, but it's not quite the 30 litre specified, but it is pretty close. Be aware that it does take a really long time to heat the liquid, especially if you're starting from room temperature. It's a lovely big tank and will suit people who need to clean larger items. The controls are intuitive and the unit appears to be made quite well, and it looks like it will last. I will do a follow-up at some stage in the future to let everyone know how it continues to perform. One thing it does that my old cleaner doesn't do is it remembers your last settings. I have the temperature set to 45 degrees Celsius, and if I switch it off and then on again, it remembers that. My old cleaner always reverted back to 50 degrees C, so this is a nice improvement. If you're after a large ultrasonic cleaner, I have no hesitation recommending this Vevor 30 litre cleaner. Please check out the description for links on where you can buy one of these, and a big thank you to Vevor for sending this to me for testing. If you like ultrasonic cleaner content, please check out some of my wacky build videos, and please consider liking and subscribing. Thanks for watching.